Hello, welcome to episode 5 of Ellipsis. So today I'm going to be calling my Auntie Julie to ask her about why my mum was in France. So hopefully she'll be able to give me some answers. Just to let you know, my mum is, she's developed a fever and a cough last night. So she's been keeping away from me in the house. She's been sort of shut herself away in her room and avoiding me in the house. Hopefully she'll be better, but she is now distancing from me. She doesn't want to be in the same room as me, and yeah, that's just an update on her really. So here we go. Here's the phone call with my Auntie Julie. Right, so I'm just going to ring my Auntie Julie now. There you go.
Hi, Carl.
Hi, Auntie Julie, how are you doing?
How are you, love?
I'm good, thanks. Really good. Yeah, it's just it's a bit of a weird time, isn't it?
Oh, God, tell me about it.
How are you keeping? Is it all good?
Oh, you know, it's all right up here.
Yeah.
It's lovely now, isn't it?
Absolutely. Cracking on with life. How's Grandma doing?
Open down there?
Oh, I'm fine. Yeah, I'm trying to keep busy, but it's a bit weird. Mum's been working. Obviously, she's stopped now because she's not feeling too great. So
Yeah.
she's locked herself away.
Me.
Yeah, she's all right. Well, I say she's all right. She's talking to me and keeping going. So she's okay.
Oh, bless her.
Yeah, I know.
She's been sending me a couple of texts here and there.
Yeah.
Letting me know that she's basically isolated from you, isn't she?
Yeah, she is. Yeah, it's a bit weird. It's a bit weird, but it's fine. It's fine. How's Grandma doing?
She's all right. She's, she's keeping up good spirits.
Oh,
bless her.
bless her.
I'm seeing her as much as I can, but, obviously I don't want to go too close.
No, she's probably getting a bit lonely, is she, up there on her own?
Yeah, she is a bit,
Bless her.
but we've given her, one of those talking things, so she,
yeah.
And those Alexa type things.
Yeah.
So we keep in touch like that, really.
Oh, lush. Bless her.
Yeah.
So
How are you all?
yeah, we're good. I'm actually working on something at the moment, right? It's a bit of a weird one, but
Right.
bear with me. So my job's come to an end before the lockdown. They weren't doing very well, and they've run out of money, and basically I won't have a job to go back to at the end of it, which is really annoying.
That's terrible.
I know.
You've let it down, mate.
Yeah.
It's not good.
So I'm trying to keep busy. I've decided to make some news videos about stuff, and I was looking into my uncle's ex-wife, Kathy.
Oh, God.
Yeah. Do you know about Kathy then?
Yeah, I know Kathy and all that business, yeah.
Right. Yeah.
It's not-
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, we've looked. I mean, me and Kelly have looked into it a lot over the last few days, and it's mad. It's mental what she did, and awful.
Awful. It was awful at the time, yeah.
I can imagine, yes, especially because Mum and Uncle Rich were involved. It was full out.
Well, they
Bless
weren't
them.
involved.
No. But they were,
They weren't involved.
they were still
They were-
questioned and
Yeah.
scary.
Well, they tarred them with the same brush.
Absolutely.
Disgusting, if I'm honest.
Yeah, completely. That was horrible. But one of the things that's come up, right, is Uncle Rich mentioned that Mum was in France for 2 years and
Yeah.
stopped
Right.
speaking to the family.
Right.
So I know that Mum doesn't like talking about this, and I asked her about it, and she was a bit sort of dismissive. She was like, "I don't want to talk about it," and then she kind of made out that it was because she wanted to stay away from me. But I just get the impression she's not very comfortable talking about it. So I was just right. So bear with me, Auntie Julie. Right, I know that you probably don't want to talk about it, but I know that you and Mum were really good friends when you were younger. So you probably know what happened there. You probably know why she went to France, right? So what happened? Tell me what happened.
Wait, is your mum all right with me?
She'll be fine. Thing is, I think it's one of those things where she doesn't mind me knowing about it. She just doesn't want to talk about it. Do you know what I mean?
All right.
So yeah. Why did she go to France?
What do you know then?
Well, all I know is that she was in France for 2 years and she came back, and then very soon after she came back, she met my dad and had me. So That's all I know. All Uncle Rich said is that she was eliminated from this Kathy thing because she was in France, so she wasn't a suspect anymore. And then I was like, what? She was in France? Why was she in France? And he was just a bit cagey about it, so...
Right.
Come on.
Well, it's a bit of a complicated situation, if I'm honest with you, Carl. I mean, it was a long time ago.
Yeah, sure.
So basically, when we were in school together, she had... Oh, sorry, this is awkward, Carl, I don't know.
It's fine, it's only me. Come on, fill me in.
All right. Well, she had an affair.
Okay.
A teacher.
Right.
Called Mr. Travers, Martin Travers. So
right.
This was when she was in sixth form, so we were, 17, 18?
Okay.
So
legal?
And, legal.
But obviously...
He was very young. He was about 23. So
okay.
He was a student. He wasn't like a temporary.
Yeah, I know.
Like a full-time teacher. He was like temporary teacher.
Right. Yeah.
And they started to have this affair.
Okay.
I obviously knew about it. Nobody else knew about it. It was just the thing that I knew and knew the ins and outs of that thing.
Yeah.
Nobody knew about it. It was, very... They loved each other.
Right.
From what I could tell.
But a bit of a scandal, right?
Yeah, it was a bit of a scandal because what happened eventually is they actually moved to France together.
Right, so that's why she went to France. So was he French?
Yeah, he was a French teacher. Well,
right.
he was from France, but he was teaching in an English school as a placement.
Okay. Right. So when they went back to France, I'm assuming they went back to probably where he was from or used to, or...
I don't know.
Oh,
I don't
okay.
know. All I know is they went to somewhere called... Hang on, let me think now. By Sanson?
Besançon, I've heard of that place. Besançon.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
There we go. I never remember. Something like that.
Okay, right.
So yeah, that's where they went.
Okay.
I don't know. And like I say, but basically, she left without telling anybody. She didn't even tell me. So I was obviously shocked by this because, basically there was a big hoo-ha because we thought she'd gone missing.
Right.
And obviously I was like, well, Mr. Travers must be involved, because he hasn't been in school for the last couple of days.
Yeah.
So I started to look around, asking around, when I went to your mother's house.
Yeah.
And your grandmother, was there, and she said to me that she left a note and they'd gone to France together.
Oh my God.
I know.
So did she just stop? She just stopped talking to you?
She didn't tell me anything.
Huh?
So she'd gone off to France with this Mr. Travers guy, not telling me anything. And I didn't hear from her for like 2 years.
Oh my God. Mum.
I know.
That's so bad.
And then she came back and...
So what did she say when she came back? Did she like...
Well, I don't know. If I'm honest, she was really upset.
Right.
When she came back, she got back in contact with me, and I was obviously, not happy with it.
No.
I hadn't spoken to her for 2 years. She'd not, I tried to make contact with her, but couldn't find her anyway.
Yeah.
We didn't have Google those days, not Facebook those days, and it was a bit more difficult. So she came back and wanted to meet up. So I'd moved to Harbour by then.
Yeah.
Because I'd started with my dental nurse.
Yeah, training, yeah.
Yeah. So she came up, stayed in the flat with me. So she stayed there the whole weekend.
Right.
It was like, like seeing her again. It was amazing. It was like, it was like nothing, no time had gone past.
Yeah.
She didn't want to talk about what happened.
Right.
I tried to get it out of her, and it was the weirdest thing. She just started. I'd never seen her like that, but she was sobbing.
Really?
She was crying, and she wouldn't tell me what it was. I obviously had my own suspicions. I think there was some kind of abuse or something.
Dear, what? Martin abused her?
Well, I don't want to. I said abuse. I don't know if it was abuse, but there was something going on because you can't be that upset.
Right. She was like traumatized by something.
I seen her like that,
Oh,
honestly.
God. That's probably why she didn't want to talk about it then.
She wouldn't talk. She wouldn't talk.
Right.
But, you know, she moved past it, whatever it was.
Yeah.
She didn't tell a soul. But she moved past it, and she used to come and visit me then.
Yeah.
Regularly in Albert.
Yeah.
And actually, she came to one of my first housewarmings that I had.
Right.
I moved to a new flat.
Yeah.
And who was there but my brother?
And Dad.
Father.
Right. And that where they met? So they must have known each other beforehand, but that's where they like got together, was it?
Yeah, no, of course. Well, they were in school together.
Yeah.
But they hadn't seen each other for years, so it was like meeting again, you know?
Yeah.
And the sparks between those two. Oh my God. Ridiculous.
Oh.
As soon as they saw each other. And it was, you know, it was a whirlwind romance, and then they had you.
Yeah, mad. So was it before she went to France, was there anything between her and Dad, or was it just like he was your older brother?
Oh no.
Right.
No, Kevin was always at the house.
Right.
With his mates, so we hardly saw him.
Okay.
But I don't think there was.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You never know. By the sounds of it, she was a bit of a sly one. Oh my God, I can't believe that.
I don't know what happened with that. Without Mr. Travers' business, I don't know. It was all a bit iffy, if you ask me.
Okay, interesting. All right. Well, I might look into that a bit, but that's cool. Thank you so much for just speaking to me about it, and take care of yourself and send my love to Grandma, and I'll speak to you very, very soon.
All right.
All right.
Well, I'll speak to you soon.
Speak to you soon. Take care. Thank you.
Bye.